Hi everyone. Sorry I can't make the council today. I've had to go to a union development zone committee for NUS, and it's the first policy development sort of day that they're doing. So where we'll be writing policies on the national agenda, but focus on areas in union development that we can improve on. So it was something I couldn't really miss, and plus we get to maximise our voice in NUS through this means. So yeah, hopefully do you proud. Anyways, so what I've been doing, international agenda. You asked me to find out how many students were affected by the cuts to the bursaries, and it's roughly 250. It's roughly because it's based on the assumption of next year's intake and current intake. So it's around 250 students, but hopefully after doing the focus groups that I mentioned in my last report, we'll be able to get some evidence-based suggestions to what the university should do, probably bringing back the bursaries. But before then, we're just trying to prep those focus groups, which we've had around 50 replies to, which is really, really good actually. So they'll be taking place over so they'll be taking place from the 9th to the 12th and 13th, no, to the 13th, which is next week pretty much, so that's really exciting. In terms of the international immigration bill that's going to the House of Commons, in fact it's already passed through 2 readings and has already been amended, and it's about to go to its 3rd reading in the House of Commons. The amendment that was made was to remove the bond scheme that the government was proposing, basically charging international students a fee before they actually arrive in the UK, which is actually really disturbing, but they've dropped that. Theresa May decided that wasn't a good idea, which is brilliant for students. However, they have still kept the NHS sort of pricing scheme for them, as well as the landlords' increased red tape bureaucracy around taking on international students, which isn't good for them, and that's something that we should be fighting against. And I'll probably come to council with a motion that we can consider and sort of get students backing to lobby our local MP on voting against the immigration bill. There's also been stuff around the study group and international students not knowing whether the university will be nominating them for accommodation, which is a bit of a grey area, but the university plans on giving study group more of the burden in terms of finding their students accommodation. But study group, in my opinion, don't have the resource to do that, and they are the university students pretty much, even though they aren't technically. So we need to have the discussions with the university to make sure that there is a provision that's set up to make sure that there is transparency and clarity to who is nominated and who supports which international students for housing. The mentors, there was an action from the last one around how we'll get female reps involved. There's been no real movement around the mentor scheme, but it should be happening in January. Instead, what we've done now is send staff and students to Women in Leadership conference, which they've come back and really enjoyed. And Charlotte's there, she'll be able to maybe tell you about it. We're going to be doing some training sessions in January that will match up to the elections, how to run a campaign sort of module, which is really promising. Get females involved in what we do in terms of sabbatical and part-time positions, which is really positive. The AGM that you all saw was really good. We had about 400 people attend, and we also had the referendum sort of proposal put forward, meaning that we'll be running a referendum from the date of next Tuesday till next Friday. Well, so to Tuesday to Friday, so 4 days of voting. Around the Student Hardship Fund, we actually managed to secure £9,410, which will be put forward to an International Hardship Fund, which is great for international students because they don't have anything at the moment. And look out for the elections, Be the Voice event, which will be taking place on the 13th of December. pretty much next Friday. So yeah, really good to be able to do this. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. But yeah, take care. Bye.